between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
I'm trying to send it.
Yellow, all ladies. We own it. We are 15.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Go, 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 go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. The pressure gets to him again. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, check, check. Check nine. I don't need to.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
What? How?
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion. That could have been an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got you, boy.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and
X3, 218, chopper. Jump out.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Good job.
Incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded inside the 5. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Joe Mixon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Check, 59, 59. I got you, son.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And their first down, Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hey, we got 3 down. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Come to 50. Hey, you block over here. 58, come on. Hey, orbit. Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Inside.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And able to find Green. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
54 Mike. Watch the back. SOS.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1.
I know, too.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Derrick Henry. His 9th touchdown of the season. As his guys are on the board first here tonight.
I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
And that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith. Actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Yellow. 180. 43. Three down.
Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
59, 61. Matchbox, right. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Hey, 57.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes out to his left. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Bro, I'm trying to throw it away.
As he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
I didn't know that.
They were looking for Johnson that time.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Green 18.
A first down carry for Henry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Another run, this time McCaffrey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Wahoo!
Rodgers to throw for it on 4. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
He'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Here as he's taken down. D Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Back north. Plant. 58, 88.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Get up.
Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I would hit it with roll post. Him catching a pick, but I do know he shouldn't have caught that ball.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's put them on the buses. That's what they do.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Henry out of the pistol. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
26. Check. Lucky. Get at 300.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers finds his tight end Ingram. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to take off with it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards in a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Mahomes being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Mike, check, 59. Here we go. Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Yeah,
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a 1st down.
He's crafty. 80 weapon.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 1st down, Mahomes steps away. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
At the 27-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's Sutton that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Ingram holds it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Fumble, bro. Clean that, man.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Broncos defense has a touchdown.
It's really because of my mistake.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 43. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Mahomes now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Rodgers throwing here. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Hey, check 26. Now watch it. Zoom. 58 to Mike. In your face. 58, boys, 58, Mike. What we got?
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were booing Charles by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Denver, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile,
he slowed it down and really just capitalized off mistakes, but he got